you've talked to us about John Bates. You talked to us about Sammis Reyes. Tight end is usually a position that at least young guys or rookies especially don't really burst onto the scene to year one. Those are two guys that Washington is banking on to develop. So as someone who has played tight end in the NFL, what is kind of that transition like? Where are some of the rough spots that we could expect to see from these guys year one for both of them? Just what's that jump like from whatever level of football I just played into the NFL?
Yeah, so I think Sammis is, it's a monumental climb. Like he's got, you want to talk specifically about things to learn. Like, yeah, that's tough. Like John Bates' transition is going to be tough. Sammis is like enormous. It's catastrophic. It's gigantic. Whatever superlative or adjective you want to throw in there, it is monumental. And he has so much to learn, so much to overcome. He's literally entering football at the highest possible level. Could you imagine that? Like going to be CEO for the company without a day of experience? Like it would be catastrophic for you. You'd be like, I have no idea what these people do. I have no idea why we have this meeting. Like that's exactly what he's doing every single day. Thank goodness he's a very bright dude who works very hard. So I think that's not going to be totally overwhelming, and for him, big learning curve. And everyone says, oh, he's going to be playing this year. And I would love for him to be playing this year because if you've talked to him for 5 seconds, you understand what kind of person that he is and you root for him. But he has a long road to go, which is why I think look for Sammis, 2022, 2023 down the road a little bit in terms of his development. Bates, on the other hand, we talked about how well his college tape holds up, in terms of blocking, and he performed very well against the kid from Washington, who was the 32nd pick overall to Tampa Bay. He performed very well against top end competition at Florida State in 2019. And so you say, yeah, he's played against high competition, but there's something about coming to the NFL and seeing these defensive linemen and seeing kind of like the cream of the crop of college football and guys who've played a lot of football in the NFL. There's a physical learning curve. There's a speed associated with that you don't really get in college. Like I personally thought the transition from college to the NFL was easier than high school to college, for example, but it's a lot, right? You got to really kind of think. You got to think faster. You got to move faster. You got to process things faster, and that is a tough thing because the only way you get that is with reps and opportunity. And hopefully he'll get that because, like I said, I think he's the number 2 guy. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.